Hey, this is Dennis with Home Rehab Pros. Glad you're here with me today. I hope everything is going well for you. I've just got a task that I want to accomplish before wintertime. I've got some patio furniture and the paint has come off. Let me show you what I'm talking about. As you can see, it has some of its paint chipped. So I want to show you how we're going to fix that and what we're going to do. So what I have is I have a sanding sponge. I have some paper towels and a little brush just to clean it up and finish scrubbing. I've got a couple scraping tools and I've got some Rust-Oleum textured metallic paint. And for some reason I can't find the cover, but I know I matched this as close as I could to the table color. So let's take a look. And I know if you have something like this to do, you can take care of it yourself. In fact, as I like to say, if you've got something like this to do, let's just do it. You can get this done and you can maintain your patio furniture and let it last a lot longer. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this tool right here. Let's see how this works. And I'm just going to try to scrape all the loose off of it. All right. And as you can see, there's quite a bit now. Now I'll clean up afterwards, but you might want to put a piece of plastic or a drop cloth or something underneath you so you can pick up all that extra stuff that scrapes off. But as you can see, there's quite a bit that's coming off there. And we don't want it to get worse. So let's come over here and we'll do this. Oh yeah. Get the edges a little bit, that's good. So the area that needs to be painted is definitely growing. But I also want to make sure I get all the loose chips off. I want to make sure that everything is set so that when I paint it, it's going to do its job. It's going to seal that up and I won't have that chipped paint anymore. And again, I'm going to probably just use a shop vac to clean up that mess, or a broom. I'll sweep it up. Okay, so I want to be meticulous. I want to be patient. I don't want to be cheap with my time and my scraping. I want to make sure I get the majority of it off of there. All right, now let's just brush it up a little bit. And let's try a little bit more, just to make sure that we're good. All right. That looks like that. And just a little bit more there. Okay. Let's take my paper towel. Wipe that off just a little bit. Now, I'm going to use my sanding block, and I'm just going to try to sand these edges just a little bit. Let me show you a close-up. Okay, so I want to get these edges down as flat as I can. So it doesn't take much. You can have some sandpaper, whatever you've got with a little bit of grit. This is probably just 150 gritted, and I've used it for other things, you know. But I just want to paint that the best that I can, and smoothing out that edge is going to be helpful for me. All right, you can see I want to get all the dust off of there. So we're going to move over to this one, which is a little bit bigger. And we're going to go ahead and sand that up a little bit. And let me make sure that this is all right. All right, so we're going to wipe that down. Wipe it several times. See, it's dirty. You know, and what I think I'll do is I'm going to go get a wet rag as well, and we're going to work with that. So I have a damp rag and I have my dry rag. Actually, this is just paper towel, so it's nothing fancy. I don't need to get anything fancy. So let me just wipe this down a little bit with the wet rag. Try to get as much of that clean as possible. And we'll dry it. And then just to get any debris, I'm just going to use that brush. There we go. Now let's do it with this one. There's my brush. Just clean any debris off of there. And we're going to let this sit for just a few minutes to dry before we put the paint on it. So now I'm ready to paint this. So what we have to do is shake this up. You can hear that ball. And we're going to shake it up for about a minute while the ball's moving. Now, if you've got an old can and the ball doesn't seem to disengage, you have to be very careful. You can't use this paint if it's all stuck to the bottom like that. So shake it hard till that ball comes loose, and then shake it. Once you can hear that ball, shake it for about a minute. And that's the way the directions really tell us to do it. Okay, so we're going to shake that up. Now, I'm going to shake it a little bit more, but I want to show you something. We're just going to do sweeping motions with this paint. And we're not going to stay in one spot. We're just going to go back and forth a little bit on these repairs. I want to be sure that I don't layer up my paint too much. And we'll see if we need another coat, more than one coat. But we're just going to move and press that nozzle so that its spray comes out at a nice even flow. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. But let me finish shaking this up. Okay, so let's check this out. Let's see if it works. I'm going to spray it now. We'll readjust this a little bit so you can see it, and then I'm going to paint. Let's do it. And that's really all I'm going to do. Let's see how that looks. Well, the color is a little bit different, but I knew it would be. But after that dries, we'll take a good look at it. But what I really accomplished was I'm just going to extend the life of this patio furniture for quite some time if I keep it up and maintain it. So I'll give you a closer look. And let's see if I can focus this correctly. There we go. So as you can see, man, that's looking pretty good. It matches pretty good. I'm going to wait for it to dry. I got a little bit of edge there from the old paint, but that's okay. I scraped it, sanded it, so it should look okay. It should last. So let me know what you think. So my job is done. Now, before winter hits, I'm going to cover this patio with some plastic. I'm going to protect it from the weather, but in the spring, when we open this back up again, it'll be like new. The paint worked. It'll seal that metal, keep it from corrosion, and we just can add some time to this patio furniture without having to invest money in new. And the paint match, I'm very happy with. It looked pretty good. So this is Dennis with Home Rehab Pros. I'm glad you watched, and I hope everything is good for you and yours. If you learned something, or maybe you even didn't learn anything, but you just enjoyed the video, please give me that thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done that already. And if you have a task like this, let's just do it. We can do it together, or you can just muster up the courage to do it on your own. But let's just do it. And so this is Dennis with Home Rehab Pros, and we'll see you in the next video.